Well, I should start by saying they call me 7, I'm the real deal. I'm like Naruto, but on this beast, there isn't any seal. You can run and you can hide, but I'm always gonna find you. Cause there's 50 of me and there's one of you. Kagebushin no Jutsu. I'm the top dog and you know it. My bite is worse than my bark. I'm gonna chop this competition off. It'll be like Ned Stark. All the other contestants you get, you may as well just crown them turds. Cause I'm the one and I'm the only true king of the motherfucking nerds. Nerding it up is what I do, so put my nerd skills to the test. I think you see that when you do, then my geek cred is the best. You know you want to do it, I think you all can say it. Like in the words of Shrek's donkey, pick me, pick me. You can call me William Riker, cause I'm always #1. Beat me down, but don't worry, I'll keep my phaser set to stun. Go ahead and gather other nerds, get the best that you can see. They all used to look real good, but then they took an arrow to the knee. I'll score a victory, and you know they'll take a loss. It'll look like Marshal Jim Raynor cleaning up Zerg and Protoss. I hope you like my bad nerd puns and my entertaining claims. Now I can't wait to sit atop my tricked out throne of games. I am the one nerd that you need. I am the nerd that you should pick. I'll light it up like Bruce Campbell and show them my boomstick. You can't trust what I'm saying, cause I'm a man of my words. So do yourself a favor and put me on King of the Nerds. Hi, my name is Ben Sobaje and I'm auditioning for King of the Nerds. I think I would be a very good choice. I am ultra nerdy. Everything I do is nerdy. I don't want to give away the farm, but we'll get there in a minute. My nickname is 7. I got that because when I was in high school and we would all go to the community pool, the only trick I could do off of a diving board was a 720. Where all my friends were doing flips, I could spin around twice. So my nickname is 7. I was born in 1982, so I'm a little bit older than the nerds you had on the show last season, but I don't think that's going to matter too much. Born in Berkeley, I grew up from the time I was born until the time I was 12 years old in San Leandro, California, and then we moved up into the foothills. Now, I was your typical computer nerd. That's what I am. I'm a computer nerd. I was really always into computers and video games, and I know it's a little probably not surprising to you guys, but it was surprising to me that everybody else wasn't into computers and video games as well. And I got picked on a little bit for that. But I'm 6'3", I'm kind of a big guy, so eventually that kind of tapered off a little bit. And you just get more of the verbal abuse, you don't really get the physical abuse the way you do when you're a little kid. But nerds persevere. So after I was done with high school, I got into UCSC and I moved down to Santa Cruz, California, which is where I live now. I went to school for 5 years, and when I finished there, I moved to Italy. I learned a lot about myself in Italy. I just kind of did my own thing. I moved back 6 months later, and I started a business, which is called Nerd by Night. It's a mobile IT contracting company. We started off doing, 8 years ago is when I started it in 2005, we started off doing lots of in-home computer fixes, and now we actually do things like we go on to businesses and we actually repair their computers there. So, I've made the transition. You know, you always hear the thing that says when a kid is young and they get picked on by the bullies, they always say, oh, you know, don't worry about it because those kids someday they're going to work for you. Well, now they do. And now, when they piss me off, I fire their asses. And that's what's up. The next thing that I want to go over are the nerdy things that I'm into, right? Because every nerd has got to have a core set of stuff. In a way, I'm kind of a nerd of all trades. I know a little bit about a lot of different nerdy subjects, but there are a few that I know a lot about. And I kind of want to go into things like that with you. First of all, my IQ is pretty high. The last time I had it tested was when I was I want to say a junior in high school, but I came in at around 155. That being said, I was never a great student. My strengths are in test taking, but school was boring for me, so I never really tried in school. I didn't once do any homework at my house. I did it all the 5-minute passing period between classes at my high school. The things that I'm into now that would be considered nerdy, well, the first thing I do is I fix computers all day, every day, so I rock at that. There's no computer issue, server, Mac, PC, whatever it is, there's nothing that I find that I can't fix. That's one of my biggest strengths, is problem solving. I'm really into anime. I've seen over 300 complete anime series, and I've seen a lot of them multiple times, which it's almost too dorky for me to even say on this video. I am a huge Trekkie. I like the original series a little bit, but my real roots are in The Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, and Voyager. I did not care for Enterprise. I thought it was Rick Berman's dying breath. I thought it was a mistake. I thought they should have moved forward with something like Titan, something about Will Riker's exploits, taking command of his own vessel. But that's neither here nor there. I have seen every episode of those 3 series, and there are 7 seasons, 7 full seasons for each series. I've seen every single one of those at least 7 times. Not into Star Wars because it's stupid, Star Trek great, Star Wars stupid, and I'm willing to say that on national television. I play video games. I don't play a lot of different video games. I really like JRPGs on PlayStation consoles. I like American RPGs on PC, but the one I'm really into is StarCraft 2. I play a couple custom maps on StarCraft 2. I actually helped create one of them. I'm one of the top guys in the game. There are probably 500 people that actively play it. I say I'm top 5. I help with the map. It's called Zealot Frenzy. I've played over 8,000 games of this. Each game is about an hour. I guess I have a lot of free time on my hands. That comes with owning a business, I guess, fortunately. In my time when I'm not working and I'm not watching Star Trek and I'm not playing StarCraft, I make nerd-themed electronic music. And I've got a new song I wrote for you guys at the end of this. I hope you're going to like it. I think you will. I write lyrics and I write music and I put them to songs. I record them. I do the whole thing from scratch, and then I actually like to take them to karaoke bars and I like to perform them for strangers. I am an accomplished chess player. I actually taught chess. There's my small Chinese girlfriend in the background. So this is my dorky Chinese girlfriend, Sandra Tam. And she's very cute. We bonded on our first date over watching anime. I actually taught chess when I was in college to kids in grade schools. So we went from kindergarten to 8th grade. I worked with a lot of smart kids. I worked with autistic kids, which if you want to see some kick-ass chess players, autistic kids can beat the shit out of regular kids a lot of the time. It's actually really impressive. Things that I'm competitive with. I am competitive with pretty much everything that I do. I try really hard. I play Boggle and I play Scrabble as well. And I'm really, really, really good at both of those. I'm good to the point where people don't play with me anymore. I used to enter Scrabble tournaments online. I don't do that anymore because it got to the point where it wasn't even exciting for me anymore. But my strategy is second to none. I hope you can see a theme here with StarCraft being an RTS and these board games being completely strategy-based, that I'm really, really, really good at that. I'm actually an accomplished public speaker, and I know I'm making some faux pas in this video, but I'm actually a really accomplished public speaker. I have here an award that I won 3 weeks ago for being the best in my area with a tall tale. I wrote and delivered a tall tale in front of an audience. I won that. I went on to win a second competition based on winners of the first one from a wider area, and I'm unfortunately going to miss the third competition because I will be on vacation. But I'm pretty confident that I would have won that too. When you're in business for yourself, when you own a small business, you have to be competitive, because if you're not, you're just not going to get any business. You're not going to get contracts. You're not going to get clients. You have to be competitive. You have to be the best at what you do, and that's what I do. I'm passionate about shirts. I'm wearing here a Nerd by Night t-shirt, which I own about 30 of these because I've got to wear them every single day. In addition to my Nerd by Night shirts, which make up about probably a quarter of my t-shirt repository, I buy the fucking nerdiest shirts I can find online. I love to do karaoke. I'd say that as far as nighttime passions go, karaoke is about as good as it gets for me. I can go out and I can get a few drinks with friends, or I can do it dead sober. I can get up and sing in front of anybody, anywhere, anytime, and I'm totally fine with it. I've been told that I have a voice that may not be Pavarottian in nature. So my songs that I make nerd songs. I love making nerd songs because in my line of work you don't get to be creative all that often. I'm a critical thinker and I solve problems for a living, but I do have a creative side that I don't get to show off all that often. I write them because it's a great creative outlet for me and it makes me feel good about myself. My hair often is not this color. This is my natural color. I just got a haircut and it's not usually this color. It's going to be blue in about 2 hours. So in conclusion, I am going to be a great fit for your show. I know I'll be a great fit for your show if you decide to choose me because I am animated. I'm animated as I'll get out. I'm entertaining. I'm mischievous. I will do whatever it takes, short of cheating, to win something. But I'm uber competitive, right? Like I said, I will do everything to win something. I can't stand the thought of somebody beating me out at something. And I'm a huge personality. I will see you on the set of King of the Nerds.